Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom the driver.
And I'm Bunny, the money girl.
The money girl. Yeah.
I keep an eye on that.
She keeps my wallet.
I hold your wallet.
You don't hold my wallet. I never get my wallet, so it's your wallet.
You get your wallet when you put fuel in.
When I get fuel in. That's it. And half the time there's no cash in my wallet.
Well, see, this is what happens when your wife drives with you.
Right. That's what happens when you have a wife.
When you've been together for 35 years.
Yep. All right. So today we're going to be talking about, are we responsible?
Part two.
Part two. So here's a follow-up.
Yes.
We just released a video about a damage that happened in August 2020. We actually kind of hesitated about putting that video out only because, you know, people said, oh, you don't want to put it out because they might delease you or anything like that. And there's nothing bad in it.
And you know what? It happens.
Well, I mean, I was disgruntled a little bit. I mean, but I didn't put anyone or the company on blast. I took responsibility. I just didn't like the way it was handled.
Right. Right.
So I am now...
But like we said, it's learn as you go.
Learn as you go. This is a learn as you go company. And hopefully our videos help you learn so you don't have to learn
The hard way.
Or on your own.
Or be surprised.
Because on the Facebook groups, there's a lot of helpful people, but there's a lot of people that would rather you not know anything because you're taking their
money. And like we did discuss before, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when.
When. No
matter what, whether you think it's your fault or not, something's going to happen and you're going to get dinged.
Yes. So, so just to recap, I will actually have a link for the previous video in the description. We just suggest you just stop this video, look at the description, click on the link, and go watch the first one. So we don't really have to recap on what happened. But I did have something that got kicked up from a semi-truck that actually hit my trailer, or hit my truck.
Yeah. Broke
a piece off and it hit the front of the trailer. And was I responsible? Absolutely, because I was pulling the trailer.
Right, once it's hooked to your truck.
So the follow-up recap is kind of simple. We kind of never, we called, we did the right thing, and we totally expected that the dealership would file a claim right away because when we dropped it off, they kept telling us they got 5 people interested in that specific make and model from that weekend's show, and the salespeople told Bunny they're going to start making calls, and that unit will be sold.
And they're like, it's just a front cap. It won't take that long. We'll have this thing in and out of here within a week. Oh, and the thing I remember is, the claim will be filed really fast. So yeah. Don't worry about that. And it's either going to be filed really fast or it's not. But it's been how many months? What, August, September, October, November, December. Almost 9 months.
9 months. And so I recently left to go to another company. Not that I was unhappy with Horizon or anything. I left I'll do a video of why I'm at the new company and what I like about the new company. There's nothing at all wrong with the previous company at all.
Absolutely not. No.
We actually like them. The people are great. They are trying to make you money. They're definitely wanting to make money. Mm-hmm. But
if we're making money, they're making money.
Absolutely. So recently I deleased myself, and I put in all the information and everything, and they told me, hey, make sure you keep your EFS card. We're going to refund your damage deposit probably in the next 30 days back to you. And I'm like, okay. I had 2 damage deposits. So the first one was with the dealership. I figured was gone. I didn't even acknowledge that one. But the second one, I haven't had any damage claims that I knew of.
Right.
So I figured I was going to get my $1,500 back from the second $1,500 damage deposit that I had accumulated. And then when we get home, I get a letter saying thank you for your service. If you want to come back, you got to have so many safety miles. And by the way, we're going to retain your damage deposit because you have a damage claim against you. And I'm like, I do? Okay. So I called them. And I'm like, I know about the first one because I called. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, they haven't filed a claim against you. I'm like, what do you mean they haven't filed a claim against me? It's been like 8 or 9 months. And they're like, well, we're holding on the damage deposit because we told them about the damage. So had we not told them about the damage, I'm thinking I would have gotten a full refund. But you do the right thing.
Yeah.
You do the right thing.
Yeah, but is it better to have that $1,500 gone now and that you have when you expected it to be gone, or not being the dishonest one and leaving and then getting a bill for $1,500?
Right. Well, either way, you got to pay it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's done and it's gone. It's been done and gone since August.
So they're telling me I don't have any claim against me. And I'm like, wow, that's weird, because they were saying how they were going to sell that unit pretty much that week.
Right. And the girl straight out said, yeah, we're going to be filing this claim within a week.
Yeah, this unit's gone. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, that's kind of interesting. No claim has been filed against me. And they said, well, we're going to hold on to the damage deposit until August 2021. And I'm like, wow.
So they have it.
So that's a full year.
They have a full year to file
from
a
the
claim.
time I notified them. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, what about the second damage deposit? And they're like, second damage deposit? I'm like, well, obviously, when you take my first, you require a second one. So you have $1,500 on my second one. And they looked and they're like, oh my God, yeah, we do have that. We're going to put that back on your EFS card immediately, which they did.
It was within a few hours.
Within a few hours, Bunny's like, oh, you got your $1,500 back. And I'm like, that's great. So that was awesome that we got that money back. And then we got to talking last night. We're thinking, what if the dealership dropped the ball? What if we don't get a claim against us? What if they don't notify our company that we get that they're going to file a claim against us? I know they have a year, but if the unit's sold and it's gone, and they had any warranty work stuff, you'd think they'd want to get paid for it,
right,
as soon as possible. But yeah, if they do file a claim, yeah, I'm going to demand that I see the claim. I want to know how much of the damage deposit, because I'm guessing all $1,500 is going to be gone, but I want proof of everything. And then I'm going to call the dealership and verify that they actually personally filed a claim against me. So that way I could tie up all the loose ends and then I'll be on my happy way.
Yep. And so, yeah, it definitely, like I said, in every dealership is different. Every situation is different, because I had one that we didn't even know about.
We had no clue about. They wrote no driver damage. They inspected the unit.
It happened to be when we dropped off, they were having an RV show. So instead of having and there was probably 20 people that dropped off ahead of us.
Right.
On a Saturday. So they had all of us drop our units along the side of the road. And they said that I had mirror damage. Now, anything could have happened. Yeah. Somebody walking by could have hit it. Because we didn't have actual good pictures of the glass, I got dinged. But they wrote
no driver damage.
Wrote no driver damage.
You would think that if there's a mirror missing,
they would notice it?
You think that might be just something a little bit noticeable. But the problem is they didn't fight for us. No. We didn't even get a call saying, hey, what happened? We just got dinged for driver damage. I think that's wrong.
Now, the initial cost was like $450, $500 or something like that. And I mean, they put that claim in
$1,000.
They put that claim in within a month.
Right.
But within 2 weeks, it got settled, and I think it was settled for $340.
But the problem is we weren't notified until after the fact. It was settled.
Yeah.
They never once called us to question us. They never called us to ask us if there was a problem. There was no communication with us as drivers, our bunny as the driver. They just paid the claim. And when we went through orientation, they kept reiterating how take good pictures. If there's a claim, they will fight for you tooth and nail. And we don't feel they fought for us.
Nope. So it's definitely look out for those letters in the mail.
Right. Because we got a letter in the mail, but it was months and months and months after we dropped the unit.
The thing that sucks, though, is we got a letter in the mail. I think there was the initial one, there was an email, but then after everything was settled and they did everything, it wasn't an official letter. We're on the road.
Right. We don't check
get mail.
We're gone 2-3 months at a time.
Yeah.
So we didn't get the letter for a long time. And, you know, some people go, well, you do a lot of ranting. Well, this is a rant.
Yeah.
This is a legitimate rant.
So definitely people, if you have damage, yes, depending on which company you are with, or I'm sure which company you're delivering to, I'm sure that they have in different contracts on how long they can to submit a claim. And yeah, a year, that's a long
too
time.
long. That's too long. I mean, when you pick up a unit, you literally have as long as you want, I guess. Well, within a couple of hours.
My thing would be there's a lot of unscrupulous people out there, and how do I not know that somebody didn't buy a new RV and took it out the first time and put a dent in it and then blamed the driver delivering it because no one had substantial paperwork or substantial pictures?
Yeah, you just don't know.
Anything can happen.
They just maybe needed a mirror for another RV, and it was easier because ours came in and said, oh, we'll just put it on this one and file a claim.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
They'll never know. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
So anyway, until next time, that's our follow-up for Are You Responsible? Part 2. Yes, you are responsible. And there's not a whole lot you can do. That mine, we knew that I was going to eat that one. Bunnies, not so much.
Yeah. Different situation.
We thought for sure we would have been contacted for bunnies and they would have called us. Hell, they call us for everything else. They never once picked up the phone and called us.
Nope.
So, all right, until next time, we will see you down the road.
See you soon.